This is the latest which is coming in from the DGCA, which has now issued a mandatory modifications for the aircraft engines and components registered in India based on the airworthiness directive issued by the State of Design Manufacture. For other non-mandatory instructions, including service bulletins, service letters, and other information such as SAIB issued by the state design manufacturer. Now, this is an important news which is coming in. It has come to DGCA has said that it has come to their notice that several operators internationally as well as domestic have initiated inspection on their aircraft fleet as per the SAIB notice which was dated on December 17, 2018. Now, this is very, very important news which is coming in. Remember, all this is in the aftermath of AI-171, the Boeing plane that crashed in Ahmedabad. Let me go across to my colleague Tanushka, who is joining us with more details on this. Tanushka, just tell our viewers, what does this mean? DGCA has also asked all these inspections to be completed by July 21st. What does this mean for the airlines and for consumers?
Right, Ankit, as you've already mentioned, this is the Director General of Civil Aviation, from which this official notification comes in to all Indian aircraft which, operate models of Boeing, specific models of Boeing, one of them being that of Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which is the specific aircraft that was involved in this AI-171 crash in Ahmedabad. Now, the DGCA regulation at this point with this notification clearly mandates. It is not optional. It is not an if and but question. It is mandatory for all Indian aircrafts to carry out with these inspections on their fuel control switches. Now, what we do understand is that this is based on the airworthiness directive. Remember, we have been talking about the 2018 Federation of Aircraft Administration advisory that was out in December 2018. This is a US agency in which it says that this sort of a check is, should happen on 737 Boeing and 787 Boeing with respect to the fuel control switches. So, taking in mind that FAA 2018 advisory and the special airworthiness information bulletin from 2018, the DGCA has also now directed all aircraft registered in India based on this for other non-mandatory instructions, including service bulletins, service letters, and other information issued by the State of Design. Now, it is also such that all of these checks on these aircrafts have to be completed by July 21st.
Right.
This is also, one can view this in tandem with, global reactions to this as well. There has been Etihad Airlines that have already in the morning, as we reported, that have called in for these inspections on their Boeing aircraft as well. South Korea has also asked their,
for my understanding
specific
and
airlines.
all of the viewers, Tanushka, is it specifically for Boeing aircrafts, or is it also for Airbus and other manufacturers as well?
So this DGCA notification that has just come in is just for the Boeing aircraft. Now, there are a number of models that have been listed out from Boeing model 717, 737, 747 as well. There is, of course, 787 mentioned in the list as well. So it does come down to these Boeing aircraft models on which these inspections are to be conducted.
Okay, Tanushka, so, all the airlines, those who are operating any Boeing aircraft of any make, will have to do these inspections, and this has to be completed by July 21st. So this can very safely be said that this is an aftermath of what has happened with the Boeing aircraft that crashed in India, and now extra caution is being sounded or being taken as far as the Boeing aircrafts are concerned with respect to their engine and airworthiness.
Precisely, yes. This is a precautionary measure that DGCA has directed Indian airlines that use these specific Boeing models to go ahead with and carry on with. Other airlines across the globe as well have let out such precautionary measures as well. And this is definitely in view of the 2018 FAA advisory. The prelim report also, of course, has a lot to do with this, as it clearly mentions that fuel was cut off to the engines. Now, how is that possible if these control switches weren't moved with intent? This is something that pilot association pilots have also discussed at large, experts have also discussed at large. So keeping all of this in mind, the DGCA has now come out with this directive and advised to complete the inspection required under the special airworthiness bulletin at this point, and the inspection plan and report after accomplishment of inspection is to be submitted to the concerned regional office, and thereby overall to be assimilated and reported to the DGCA as well. Now, these issues are with the approval of competent authority, by which I mean the DGCA, and strict adherence to timeline is essential to ensure continued airworthiness and safety operations, is what the DGCA notification also reads. Back to you.